The key difference really is that with a residential mortgage, you're going to live in it as your permanent residence. So it's treated very differently in terms of how they assess the borrowing. Whereas commercial premises can be anything from a restaurant, a shop, a freehold shop, maybe with a property above it. You can purchase it under your existing trading company if you own a business, or you can purchase it under a separate SPV, which is a limited company that you can set up. But it really depends if you're going to trade from it yourself or you're going to use it as an investment. So allow somebody to trade from the premises and you set a lease up for them so they pay you rent. So lots of clients use this as an investment purposes, but equally you can have a flat above it, so you can use that as a rental, or you can purchase it, maybe develop it yourself. But they're treated very differently. Then of course there's development finance, so many people buy a property that they can see potential, such as conversion. So a big old traditional 3-4 story house, they might knock down and build flats, because we're all obviously really in demand. We need houses in the UK built, so it would make perfect sense, and therefore planning is granted. And then of course another part of specialist and commercial is purchasing from auction. So we do a lot of bridging finance for people that might need to buy a property quickly, because at auction you have to pay a deposit and you have to exchange contracts within a very quick period of time. So that doesn't always lend to actually get an application through. Also, the property might need some refurbishment. So quite often we do bridging finance for people that need to turn some finance around quickly. And then after that, they may do it up, and then we can exit the bridging finance by replacing it with a different type of loan. Commercial criteria is very, very different. It takes longer to go through a commercial application. They assess it differently. Fundamentally, they want to know that you've got some experience, so you know what you're doing if you're taking on a property that you're going to trade from, or if you're just an investor, it's a different matter. If you're going to invest money to purchase a property to rent to somebody who's actually done that trading business before. Any lending, any form of lending is based upon credit and what your income is at the time and what you're doing at the time. It's all very much looking at, if it's a development, they're going to look at something called the GDV, which means the gross development value of when the work is done. So if you're purchasing a property, you can see that the property is a set price. You then work out, okay, my plans are going to be to make this into 10 flats, and build costs have gone through the roof. So that's something that people need to be really very much aware of, which is why things are taking longer, because there isn't as much profit, so it has to work for the developer. So they assess it very differently, but the gross development value at the end is what a company will base their lending on if it's a traditional development into, say, a block of flats, which is a really common thing, because as I said earlier, we need lots more housing in the UK. The councils are really keen to try and get these planning, although planning historically has taken a very long time. They're trying to reduce down the rules and regulations around that, so it just relaxes the rules a bit so we can turn around these properties quicker.